Well, hey everybody, welcome to 501. My name is Bill Sullick. I am your instructor for the course. It's nice to meet you. I just got back into town from a conference, NAIS annual conference, the National Association of Independent Schools. So normally you'll see me in the tech office. I'm the director of technology at Hillbrook School. We're an independent K-8 school up in Los Gatos, that's kind of near San Jose. Often you'll see me giving announcements there, but I've not been in the office since Tuesday, so here I am on the back porch with a plane flying overhead. I was just on a plane. Anyway, that was interesting to me, not interesting to you. I am rarely on planes, and I am rarely in the backyard, and yet here we are. So before I taught or was director of technology, I taught second grade, kindergarten, fourth and fifth grade music. Tend to be kind of an elementary guy, but I'm also doing some really cool stuff with middle school students at our school since we're a K-8. What else might you want to know about me or this course? Let's maybe look at submit assignments, what's kind of the big picture of what's going on. So on that left sidebar underneath the schedule, where it gives you the week by week, you're always going to want to click on that week page, make sure to just go through everything. You have submit assignments. So if you click on that, it gives you links to submit assignments. When you click on that, you'll get an overview that is almost always linked, to a Google Doc. And that Google Doc will give you directions. And then those links will often have a rubric connected to it. All the assignments are due Sunday just before midnight at 11:59 p.m. So each week will give you if you click on the week by week, each page will tell you when the weeks start. They start Monday at midnight and they end Sunday at 11:59 p.m. I wonder what those animals are. I don't really hang out in the backyard when it's quiet. Do you hear that? Like all kinds of like chirping in nature. This is crazy. So the first couple that you'll need kind of a heads up over is the social media starter kit. So again, if you click on that nice blue link, sorry for a little bit of that wobble there. The goal is to submit your Twitter profile URL, and you're going to, it's super straightforward. I'm not going to read the whole thing for you. You're going to create a Twitter account or share your Twitter account. Follow at least 20 educators. You're going to tweet regularly and then participate in a Twitter chat. I'll give you more details about that at the beginning of week 2 for the video. That's the idea, just to start making sure you are a connected educator. The second assignment, due week 3, is a research paper looking at elements of a 21st century education. The third assignment is creating an infographic. So if you don't know what that is, after this video, Google infographic and now you know what they are. Looking at conditions for applying technology to a 21st century learning need. So we'll dig into what is a 21st century learning need, and then you look at conditions for that, and you'll give us a nice visual of what that looks like. Assignment 4 is teeing you up actually for the capstone, way ahead into 580 and 605, looking at ethical research. Looking at when you do action research, what do you need to do? So it sounds really intense. It's just if you're going to ever do any sort of research, here's the steps you need to know. So you'll look at that. And the final one is your only really collaborative presentation. If you recall, LA Unified had a bit of a unsuccessful attempt at getting one-to-one iPads in all of their schools and into tens of thousands of hands. And so you're going to look at the idea of that is if you, as tech director, as school board, as tech team, were to reboot what it looks like to have all of LA Unified do a one-to-one program, how might you do that in a way that would lead to more success than what they did? Keeping in mind that our school's 383 students, it is a lot of work to push out one-to-one iPads for 383 students. And this was for more than 383 schools, I think. So those are your assignments. That's most of what you need to know. If you've not clicked on the Start Here part, you want to click on the Start Here part. Take a look at what the syllabus is, what the textbooks are. The weekly announcements will be there, and then just make sure that you're going through weekly and looking at all of that. The last thing I will share with you is the books are awesome. So if you've not read the syllabus, make sure you're really looking at that. The Creative Schools, Sir Ken Robinson, if you don't know his super famous TED Talk about education and creativity, you'll be looking at that a little bit later. There's the APA manual, which is not at all exciting, but super important. And then there's one, it's a newer book, Creating Google Apps Classroom, with a bunch of educators that you may know. And if not, there's some great people to follow on Twitter that are the authors of that book. So like Kyle Brumbaugh, Elizabeth Calhoun, Ramsey Masalam, who also teaches 501, and you might have him like for 580 later. Who else? I think Robert Pronovost wrote that book. They all kind of chipped in on chapters. That's a good book. That's a solid book. You're in like that. That's a lot of, it almost reads kind of like lesson plans as recipes that are kind of blog posts. It's like, here's the tool, here's how to use it. So it's super applicable. And all the people that wrote it I know pretty well, as it turns out. And they continue to share amazing insights with technology in the classroom. So that is the overview of the course. If you've not watched the week 1 video, head on over there, and I will say hello over in week 1. Welcome to 501, everybody.